Good morning. Good morning, everybody. JD, Cole, Carrie, everybody in here. This is not going to be my longest broadcast. We'll be on here till about 10:15 p.m. No, wait a minute. Now I got to take that back. It's the morning. It's daytime. So we'll be here till 10:15 a.m. for about an hour. So welcome to the show, Monica. We had a great show last night. And after last night, I was on April's live hanging out. And all the space people from the ship were dancing. They came through the rift, and we're all having a great time. And my mother was there, my father, I think my sisters were there from the ship, and I got to enjoy just relaxing, and it was just beautiful, and so we're doing that last night. And when I think about my cosmic family, my mother, my father, and my two sisters and brother, and a lot of the family members of the other 5 of us that are part of this group were there, and they were all partying and dancing. Hey, Chesno. Good to see you, brother. So I was just like, just relaxing after my show, and I think even Chesno's family members were at the dance party at April's house last night. And it's what really struck me is that my mother saw my daughter here on Earth, and she said my daughter's beautiful. And I heard her say that, and April was saying, oh, your mother was just saying, Luna said that your daughter's beautiful. I was very taken, I was just very emotional about it, because she's seen my daughter, I don't know when she saw my daughter, but she actually must have seen her or visited and seen her, so I was really emotional about it, because I was quietly sitting there and I said, wow, I just can't wait. I just look forward to being there with them. I know they can't wait, but everything is set in a certain way off planet to counsel everything, what they're going to do and when they're going to do it. But I think it's soon. But yeah. So when she talked about my daughter, I was like, when April referred to Luna, she was dancing at the party last night, and she mentioned my daughter. I was like, wow, I thought that was a very beautiful moment. No, I don't get abducted. I'm a contactee. Just some background for new people. I actually don't come from this planet. I come from Mars. I'm a starseed, meaning that I chose to come here from Mars and to do mission work. And I work, I'm within the Ashtar Command, which are the Galactic Forces of Light. I am an Ashtar Commander, a spiritual being of light. I'm also human, of course, just like anybody else. But I am fully awakened and fully conscious. Yes, Martian. Good morning, Vicky. And I do have abilities that have been given to me from off planet that I am fully activated to use when I need to. So, yeah. Good morning, AJ and everybody, Lamar, all the beautiful people that are coming here. And our nighttime show is at 11 o'clock. If you're not used to knowing who I am or whatever, and you're new to what I'm doing, I'm trying to, hey, Mish, I'm trying to do some live morning shows to get people aware that this show is on, and it's a place that is an actual show. We're not just a normal TikTok thing where people come in and chat and jump over each other or whatever. I'm a professional talk show host on WESU, NPR Pacific Radio for 21 years. I'm still doing the Cosmic Eye Ashtar Command radio show, and I've been doing that for, like I said, 21 years in Connecticut internationally. and then I do here my live broadcast 11 o'clock at night normally, but I am trying to get into doing some morning stuff for people that aren't usually awake at night. Hey Austin, Artist, good to see you. Stacy, everyone, and I appreciate the follows. I'm going to set my goal here. I am a big coffee person, besides being a person that likes to drink apple cider. So I'm setting the coffee magic. I've been addicted to coffee, so I figured I'll do the coffee magic TikTok gift, which is something I like. And it's fun because then there's the straw that comes up and I have to act like I'm drinking coffee out of a straw, which is kind of interesting. Thank you for the light bulb, Yanetta, thank you. Oh wow, thank you so much. You know, so last night after I did my live for a little bit over 2 hours, I went over to my friends with Fairies 1111, her live, and she's like a sister. She and I, along with Chesno and there's two other people, Kit Kat and Johnny, we're all part of a group of 5 that are going to be going off planet soon. This is a true story, and we'll be going off planet, and all of us have physical, biological, cosmic family on the ship, which is actually a whole nother story, and it's an amazing story. It's been an amazing journey, and when it does happen, it will be something that you can look at and say, wow, I knew these people on this live that went off planet with their space family, and we are coming back. So we will be doing journeys like for an hour to maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we'll be coming back. So what I'm telling you now is actually real information. I never assume everybody here is somebody that knows what we're talking about. I never like to do that. I know there's a lot of new people here learning about this for the first time, but we, of all the social media that's out there, I don't care if it's Facebook or whatever, I have groups on Facebook, Ashtar Command groups, 2 of them, but what this is going to be is the initial beginnings of coming back and helping the people of Earth understand a few things before mass contact happens. So our group of 5 will be very important to getting people prepared for mass contact. And you'll hear about it on April's live, excuse me, when she's on. You'll definitely get information here. Hey Nessa, on my live here, we'll be sort of like an intergalactic clearinghouse for real information. None of it will be channeled. We're not going to use any pendulums or read any cards. We don't have any neon lights here on the show. We don't have like an elaborate studio. The difference between us and the elaborate studios is they look great, but we actually give you real information. You see? My wife and I are definitely coming September 14th, and I am trying to bring... Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. We can't wait to see you guys. And there's stuff I need to certainly do before the end of the month, just to make sure we get all our groups set. And I know Chesno, my friend Chesno, he will be there with us. And I'm going to try to make sure they have, at least on the facility, they do have bathrooms, but they lock everything up. So I'm going to see if they'll, my friend at the Park and Rec will leave one of the bathrooms open for people to use. Alisha, welcome. Good to see you. So I'm overjoyed. You know, last night, like I said, after my live, I hung out with April and everybody and our space family. A lot of them were, hey, Bridget. And that's my daughter. Hey, good morning. You know, and I was just mentioning that Luna, my space mother on the ship, was at the dance party, and she saw you. She knows who you are, and she thinks you're beautiful. I just want you to know that's what she said. So it's just, a beautiful thing to realize that we are all coming together, and I want to teach people as much as I can to understand that there's things that are coming that are going to be beautiful, for this planet. And when I was just relaxing last night, and with all the stuff going on, and the space people who came in through the rift is like how they open the physical structure and then come right off the ship into the room. And she had a full house of space people last night from the Ashtar Command, from our space family. having a good time. You know, Rainbow Taylor Department, Depth Gump, welcome. So I'm feeling really good this morning. I'm always feeling good, but I feel really good. I just really feel a sense of peace and harmony. You know, it's just a beautiful thing. Commander Robar, my father on the ship, was dancing, and my mother and my sisters were there off the ship, and it was just a lot of people there. And you know, I know when I go off planet, and Chesno does when he goes off planet, and you know, and Johnny and Kit Kat, we're all going to get a renewed connection to our space family that we're connected to. Good, UAP. Good to see you, brother. You know, so we've come a long way since the first time when I first started doing the interviews with April, and none of us knew each other, and we have become more conscious and, you know, better in many ways than we even were before. You know, it's been a real transformational experience. I've never been, I was a guest on Coast to Coast when Art Bell was the person who was hosting it in the desert. Many years ago, I called him up and talked about the Ashtar Command many years ago. Rainbow says, oh my God, I just witnessed a diamond-like 5-mile wide portal open up above my place. It was so cool. Rainbow Taylor, I want to bring you up to talk about that. That would be kind of nice to do. And you have to be over 18. You know, foul language, no smoking, no drinking, no vaping, no drunks, no paranormal discussion, and no kids on the show. Yeah, I think I covered most of that. Interesting. But, so after last night, I had an even more increased awakening, because then I realized, you know, how much I love my space parents, and I look forward to meeting them. I can't wait till that moment. You know, I'm sure, Chesno, you feel the same way. I can't wait till that moment, because it's the moment when we are now connected, and that can never be broken. You know, we come here to Earth, and then we wake up and realize that we're not from here, and we're starting to remember who we are. Now we remember who we are, and now we also know that we have space parents. Not just biological human parents and cousins and relatives, but we have space parents. And they've been waiting to see us for a long time. And when we have that connection, the way it happened, it probably is as exciting and emotional for them as it will be for us. It'll definitely be emotional, without a question. You know. So I was meditating about it this morning a little bit, and last night, and just feeling so good when I was on April's Live, watching them dance and everything, and knowing that my family was also there. Johnny's family was there, his dad, and also I'm pretty sure some of your family was there too. So it felt like if I can jump through the screen, I'd be in the same room to see them. And so yeah, we're getting close. We're getting very close. You know, I don't know the time or day, because nobody does. But I can say that soon, that the 5 of us, or the 4 of us, will also, with April. April's been going off planet for over 50 plus times already. Do I have any star children? That's a great question. Off planet, I've never asked that question, so I don't know. If I were off planet, if I had children or not. I never asked. That's a great question. I'll have to ask that question. All episodes are available on YouTube. Ashtar Command Spaceship News. Yes, that's right. As Chesno says, as one of my moderators, you can watch all our shows. Last night's show will be put on YouTube at some point this morning or today. And this show here this morning will be also transferred over to YouTube. You're not a mod. Wait a minute. How can that be possible? You will. Oh, you're a mod. You're actually a mod now. How come I can't make you a mod? It won't let me do it. That's really weird. I want to make you a mod, but I can't do it. That's kind of weird. All right. It's okay. I guess TikTok is kind of weird. You're an imaginary mod there, Chesno. You know what it is? Let me see here. I think I might know what it is. Wait a minute. I might know what it is. Okay. Confirm. It says confirm. Manage guess. All right. Well, I'll just have to leave it alone. I'm not going to get fixated on that. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, my son is watching his show now, but it acoustics in my living room is loud. Okay. We'll have to have you on, Rainbow. You come on my nighttime show at 11 o'clock at night. That's the big show. I love to go live, particularly my lives on TikTok. Oh, interesting. Hey, Sassy Little Mama. Good morning, everybody. Let me see here. I'm just inviting more people here this morning. Okay, I just invited 15 people here. Rainbow, thank you for the roses. We appreciate it. We appreciate all of you, actually. Chief Old Elk. Welcome, Chief Old Elk. So for people new to the show, this is Encounters. We're usually on at night. We have a really popular big show at night, usually anywhere from 250 to 300 people a night on that show. We're trying to do some morning shows. Bree, hey, everyone, are my comments being blocked? I see your comment now. Austin artists, tell me something new. I think the newest thing you need to know is that contact is coming. That is the newest thing for 2024 to know. And we will keep talking more about contact because we're getting into 2025 soon and then into 2026. And I think that is the most important thing we can keep knocking into people's consciousness is to prepare for contact. So as we do all these interviews with people on the show and do our radio show during the mornings on Sunday, our big thing is to get people educated about contact. I think that is the most important thing right now. Because let's face it, the world governments that know things like the Pentagon, all these people are not getting the world prepared for anything. They have their, they're not preparing people for contact at the Pentagon. That's the last thing they're doing. But here on this show, on the most popular UFO spiritual talk show on social media, we will help prepare people for contact. We will definitely do that. We are doing it. Not definitely doing it. We are doing it. Hey, Meriwether, good to see you. We appreciate the shares and likes. And of course, we're not going to do 100,000 likes in an hour and 15 minutes. I don't expect that to be. But please tap the screen to increase the likes. So wherever we are, by the time we get out of here, we will have at least over 10,000. Yeah, everyone deserves to make contact. That's right. Hey, Kenny Nash, good to see you. And the beautiful part of it is when mass contact happens, everyone will have that contact. When I asked the meditation, I hear very soon, and we're coming. Alisha, I agree with you. And Alisha, we'll definitely, I definitely agree with that to be true. Let me see here. Whoops. And let me see. I'm going to just randomly bring some people up here. Let me see what I want to do here. And I am going to bring Alisha up too. I'm bringing two people up, if they can come up. If they're not, I want to bring these people up. I'm doing things randomly. Hey, Alisha.
Hey, I think you muted me on accident, Commander.
Oh, did I mute you? You're not muted, are you?
Well,
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, you shouldn't be muted at all.
I got the
No.
little note.
I did unmute
There you
you. I
go.
did that by
Yep.
accident. You're not
Yep.
muted
I
anymore.
know. I know.
That was weird. Okay. Sorry about that.
No worries. No worries. Sorry, I missed last night. I've just been so tired. I've had a lot of
Yeah.
family stuff going, and
Okay.
I was worn out.
No, I know what you're feeling like. Last night was incredible. After I got off my live, we had a great show last night. I went right to Friends with Furries 1111 and to join her, and she had almost half the ship in there. I don't know how they all got in there. My mother was there, Luna, Robar, Johnny's father was there. A number of the space people were in her house dancing.
Yeah, I have seen some just absolutely amazing things on her lives. You know, you really see the shape, you really see the figures.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Pretty amazing. It's amazing.
I saw one of the figures, I think it was Gantz. He was, he tries to be, his whole
tall.
body, he's tall. His whole physical body is human. And you can see him behind April trying to take over the whole room. And it's like, there's my family there, my sisters were there, and he needs to just chill out and relax. I'm sure he's hearing this when I'm talking right now. No disrespect, but he needs to just chill out. I know he's partying like a party animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if people have no idea what we're talking about, you will eventually understand this if you ever watch April's live when they do the Cosmic Dance Party. They are there. So you've been feeling like things are coming soon in terms of what's going to happen.
Yeah, and that's when I try to meditate every day. I've been doing the gateway tapes, which are they were funded by the CIA back, I think, the 80s, and it really helps get you into an altered state. So those who are like having difficulty meditating, the hemisync music from the Monroe Institute can be very helpful because it's playing a different tone in each ear. But anyway, it gets you into a super deep meditation. And the only thing I'm kind of aggravated about or annoyed is my definition of very soon and their definition of very soon are completely different.
Oh, yeah. Their definition of very soon is because there's no time. On our definition of very soon, we're thinking about what time is it going to happen. But I've let go of that because, I think we are in sync. It's just that there's no time and space. And I do believe that I know all five of us have been feeling, and now, I'm sure others are, but for the five of us, Chesno, Johnny, Kit Kat, myself, I had Johnny and Kit Kat on the other morning, and I wanted to see how they were feeling because I've been feeling the last few weeks that they're getting ready to prepare the five of us April, they don't have to prepare because she's been on the ship over 50 times, but the four of us that have not physically been yet off planet, they are preparing us to be ready. And they just want to make sure that our journey coming onto the ship is going to be one that is going to be very calm and very, safe. And I mean, sure it will be. And when we go on, I know that we're going to go into, as April has, into a spacesuit.
Yeah. It's going to be so exciting. I'm super excited about it. And I just feel like what I get in meditation is just an intense amount of love and compassion, and very healing energies. And it's kind of, at least for me, it's kind of like that energy is cleaning my closet out, my internal closet. And it's just really making me look at and heal, doing a lot of healing. And I think that's, for me at least, that's kind of prep work for this. And it's this year has been just wild. I mean, the whole world has just been going wild. But I do think it's kind of, the truth is coming out. The truth will set you free. And I think that we're just processing and getting ready for that big event. But I do still occasionally catch them in the sky if I'm doing, if I ask and I do slow motion video. If you meditate and you ask them to show up and you like my phone has like a super slow mode, and you just let your intuition. Dr. Greer actually talks about this, using your intuition within the CE5 app, and just let your intuition guide you and film the sky and then go through frame by frame. And you'll be surprised, because there is definitely, I haven't seen one like really up close. I haven't seen one, but like I'll have them come to me with the laser in the backyard. And like I said, I'm pretty good about at least catching one or two when I do the slow motion and I ask. But I kind of feel like I'm at that point where I'm like, well, I already believe, I already know, I don't need them to constantly show up. Just to see the little zippity things. But
Zippity do, yeah.
right. I'm just ready. I'm just ready for
ready, right?
I'm just ready for the in the flesh contact, and
it'll happen. And for people that are new to my show, like I said, my big show's on during the night at 11 o'clock, and also on YouTube, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. You can watch all our shows that are recorded on TikTok on there. And so, like last night, I was sitting there. Usually what April will do, they'll take requests, and for the other person, let me see who it was. The channel for April, oh yeah, GG Berlin. If you want to look up her information, it's Friends with Fairies 1111. That's Friends with Fairies 1111. That's her account. If you go on her main page, you can look up all the documented videos she's posted. She's got a lot of stuff that's not posted. She's documented everything since day one, since last year, and it's just everything is documented. You'll find it there. And when she goes live, if you follow her, you'll be able to go to her live when she's live and watch what happens. And then when they have the dance parties, usually there's, if they're not doing mission work off planet, they did last night. They basically came in and they were over dancing. My parents, mother and father, my sisters were there. I don't know if my brother was there, but yeah. So it's a pretty big deal. And I think people who don't understand the situation that we're talking about, it basically is that we are going to be a group of 5. There'll be other groups of 5 in other parts of the world that we have no idea who they are that will gather. There'll be that one main person, could be in Sweden, Norway, whatever it is. In those groups of 5, that one person will bring 4 more people that the space people will connect with each other, and it will just organically happen. And just like it did as we all met Alisha last year when I came on TikTok, all the people that I know, I've known you for a long time, all the people that were really tuned in have been here for the ride straight through. And, basically we've grown from the situation from the beginning. We've become more activated, more aware. And I think it's important for people to really tune into themselves and connect with the higher selves and get prepared for the future contact that's going to happen to the planet.
I totally agree, and I would just add on to that at least from my perception, doing in my meditation. So, if this doesn't resonate with you, just don't worry about it. But for me, I feel like that lower astral is really fired up, and when you meditate, if you can try to, like, if you're trying to astral project, try to go higher, because you really don't need to be messing with any of that, the tricksters or the troublemakers or the drama, and always shield. It's every day, just close your eyes, breathe, visualize a bubble of Christ consciousness around you, because there is so much, especially if you're empathic at all, people are, whether it's the cost of living or the politics or, their personal lives, there's a lot of low vibrational energy. So, shield every day. There's lots of quick little, 5-10 minute meditations on YouTube for shielding. But I think that really helps, keep the distractions away, because life is hard enough as it is. We're always going to have a curveball. We don't need any tricksters, any.
Right.
troublemakers. So,
And the thing is also, you can also look at it this way. You can bypass all that if you just put yourself into a meditative state of Christ consciousness. The one thing the lower vibrational beings cannot do is play around with people that know their Christ consciousness. I always talk about Christ consciousness from being from Mars and being with the Ashtar Command and being in contactee, that there are a lot of times people, they have no idea what cosmic Christ consciousness is. What that is the consciousness that is way above the 3D world. That's a consciousness where our space family and the star people, they live in the cosmic Christ consciousness constantly. They never have, they never are de-elevated or demoted to a lower level of frequency. It's always for us as humans to elevate our frequency, to go to that higher vibrational level and sustain ourselves at that level. Because in truth, all the negative ETs, the problem with them is, and all the stuff that Alisha's talking about, is they can't touch us. Because when you are fully awakened as a human being into the cosmic part of yourself, into the cosmic spiritual part of yourself, there's not one negative ET that can come near you. You know why? Because you're aware, you're awake, you know what's going on. And if you know what's going on, nothing will stop that from happening. You are protecting yourself. As Alisha's saying, you always want to put a shield around yourself on this planet because you don't know who you're going to run into. And if you do that every day, also a shield around your environment, you are protecting yourself from any other types of energies that want to try to attach to you, because you do represent such a high frequency of light, and you can protect yourself.
absolutely. And there are energy vampire people, you know, whether they know it or not, they can suck your energy. So yeah, protecting your energy. But the other thing I do try to do is, when I'm visualizing that Christ consciousness, is visualize spreading it. They've done a lot of they've done a lot of studies, I think over 400, on groups that get together. It's through the Transcendental Meditation organization. Yeah. I don't do that one because it costs a lot of money. But they've had like 400 studies repeated throughout the world, and they can actually, when these groups get together and they meditate, they're lowering crime rates. So, you are more than your physical body. You have more power than you realize. You just have to spread the peace and the love. And Commander, you do a fine example of leading by example on that. So I appreciate that. But anyway, I'm going to step down. It was great chatting with you. Sorry, I've been MIA. I've had a lot of, like I said, stuff going on. But anyway,
you'll all pass. We're going to send you down off the ship, Alisha. Thank you for coming on board.
Thank you for having me.
And that was Alisha. So, folks, really what it comes down to here on the show, and please do watch us at 11 o'clock. That's my big show. My nighttime show is crazy big. Like I said, we have usually a couple hundred people on there. But we're hopefully going to do some more of these morning shows and get the morning crowd that's looking for something good to watch encounters. This is the top spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Good morning, Grace. Good morning, everybody out there. And we're just glad to have you all with us. So many things have transpired for me and a few others, and probably for you as well. We've all grown since last year in many, many ways that are beautiful, and we're still growing. We never stop expanding our consciousness, right? We never do. But, knowing that my space parents on the ship that I have a real deep feeling and love for, when I get to meet them, as well as the other 4 people, let's just say beyond April, Johnny, Chesno, and Kit Kat, and myself, it's going to be an emotional thing for us for the first time. A happy new day there, Grace. And, I'm just fully, I'm filled with love in my heart, because I know that this will be a reunion and a remembering who we are. Now, we remember who we are, but now we're going to realize that everybody out here has a cosmic, biological family somewhere in the universe. And at some point, everyone's going to not just have your regular family on Earth, but you're going to get to meet your brothers and sisters, your siblings from other planetary systems. and to realize that we all have that. It's not exclusive. It's everybody. All of you have it. It's a matter of time when you finally get to make that connection. It's just going to be a beautiful thing. So I know my Earth-based parents, they're not here anymore, but to now realize and finally get to know them, I know them more. I am very honored to be able to be awakened enough to know that there's a lot more going on than what we were taught, in our schooling, in our books, just on our planet. That this is, we were just taught that, hey, you have your mother, your father, your grandmother, your kids, whatever, and that's it. But, it's a lot more than that now, Armondo Garola. Okay, Armondo, we're going to bring you up here, and we will happily, Armondo, are you over 18? That's the one thing I got to make sure. Are you over 18? Hey, Taz, good to see you. Good morning. See, I don't want to make the mistake of bringing somebody up here under 18 or else I'll be in trouble. Hey, thanks, Taz. You're 29. Okay, Armondo. We're going to bring you up as a guest. I like to interact with people. I like to have that interaction. So if you want to come up, please accept my request and I'll bring you up here.
Hi.
Hey, Armondo, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so, and tell me your question again. I like having conversations with people here on the show. Give me your question one more time.
Well, my question is, how do we contact UFOs or aliens? I'm kind of new to it, so it would be
Okay, you
helpful.
knew? No problem. I'm glad you're here. We're here to help people, educate people. So welcome to the show. We're on at night at 11 usually. So I'm doing a morning show here this morning. So first of all, there are no such thing as aliens. That's a media Hollywood phrase and documented phrase that are used in documentaries on like Discovery Channel, for example, or History Channel. But there are not.
Let me ask you one thing quick, because I'm at work right now, so I'm just using the original one. Quick.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of how to make contact, you have to make sure before you make any contact with any extraterrestrial, you want to make contact with positive space people. The way to do that is you have to learn to meditate. The music I have in the background is meditation music. You want to use meditation music, and when you're not at work, you should come on my nighttime show. But there's a lot of things you need to do in order to get prepared to physically learn how to do this.
Okay. Yeah.
And the first thing you should do before you go back to work, download the C5 app, which is Dr. Stephen Greer's app. The C5 app, if you have an Android phone, it's like $10. It's a one-time fee. Read the protocol and all the things that Greer has about the app. That will help you get started. Since you don't have a lot of time this morning, that would be a great way to educate yourself in terms of what to do.
All right. Cool. I mean, yeah, I just want to top it off with that because, I'm at work, so I don't want to bother.
Yeah. Okay.
But thank you for the information. It was really informative.
Yeah, C5 app. Yeah, C5 app. And we'll be on tonight at 11. That's my main show, but we are trying to do some morning shows. I won't hold you. I know you're working. I appreciate you coming on here.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you. Right.
You're welcome. Okay. All right. Let's see who else we got going here. Big John. Let me see. Big John, we'll try to. So, Big John, can you tell me a little bit about yourself before I bring you up here? I'd like to get an idea through sentences on comments what you want to talk about before I bring you up here. Big John. Let me see here. Let me go backwards. Big John. Okay. Ooh, I didn't do anything. What just happened here? Huh. I didn't even press any buttons, folks. Hey, the Mixmaster, how you doing? I didn't even press any buttons and you just popped right on the screen. I think the command is playing with my phone today. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Commander. How are you doing today?
We're doing good. How about you?
Down here in Florida today, kind of right around over by Cape Canaveral. I wanted to, I've been kind of following your site for a while now, but I wanted to share some things with you. I'm 64 years old that I have seen, and most recently, back in this February, when I was a kid, growing up, I grew up in a little town called DeGraff, Ohio, and I had a pony. I was 8 years old, and I took my pony out in the field. We had about a 400-acre farm up there, and I rode him every day. And I took him. My dog was down the bottom, and he started acting crazy with me. I kept hearing this humming noise, and so I got off of him and started walking. I tied him on a little tree and kind of walked in the woods a little bit. And I kept hearing this humming noise, but I felt like an electrical current was around me. And I looked up, and I seen a silver flying saucer.
Wow.
And when I seen that, it kind of scared me. So I went back out and got on my pony, and I took off. When I got home, I went right in and I said to my mom, I said, Mom,
Can you talk, Mixter, can you talk more into your microphone or speaker?
Is that any better like that, Commander?
Yeah, turn your volume up. That'll turn your volume up on your audio, I think, on your phone.
Okay. Let me,
Yeah, that also works.
Is that better, Commander?
A little bit better. You sound a little bit distant, but that's all right, I guess. Go ahead.
I just shut this equipment down here. Is that any better now?
Yeah, you sound better.
Okay. Anyway, I got home. I went right in. I told my mom. I said I just seen a spaceship, and she started laughing. And she said to me, she said, "You've been watching too much Lost in Space," and kind of blowed it off. Well, when my dad got home, I was telling him about it, and then the next day, or I take it back, that night when I went to my room, I was upstairs in a farmhouse. I was laying in the bed.
What's going on?
There was this. I was laying in bed and I heard this noise, and I looked up, I raised up and looked out in my window right there. I seen this creature or whatever it was looking through my window, and I screamed real loud. I jumped up, I went running downstairs, and I told my mom and dad woke up and was like, "What's going on?" And Dad went outside, looked around and stuff, and didn't see anything. And I swore to him that I seen a little alien creature. And so anyway, a couple of days went by, and lo and behold, on the news, they were UFO sightings that was on the news in the area there, Sydney.
Wow.
And so with that being said, about 4 or 5 days after that, I come home, and we had rented that farm from my uncle. And when we came home, when I came home and got off the school bus, there was the police there, military, and my dad said I couldn't go down the field. What had happened was they had found 2 cows that were mutilated. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And they took them out, and I know we left there not very long after that. We didn't stay there anymore.
Let me ask you a question. Where are you outside or inside?
I am inside. I'm in a big truck.
Oh, you're in a big truck. Okay. Is that why you hear the engine running on the truck?
Well, I cut the engine off. I thought, well, I'll cut the engine off. That may help a little bit. I might be able to get off his headset if it helps you any. But anyway,
No, go ahead.
going on further up, through the years, I was out in the Phoenix when the Phoenix lights happened. Okay, so pulled off the side of the road and took some pictures. But back here, back in February this year, I went out on my deck, and it was kind of foggy morning. But when I went on my deck, I seen it looked like the sun coming up behind the mountain cast. I thought, wow, that's pretty bright looking. And I had took my dogs out, and then I looked back up again and noticed that whatever it was getting closer to me.
Yeah.
And as it got closer, I kept looking, and next thing I know, I'm within 100 yards of these 2 ships that are above.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
And I just stood there. I had my phone. I do have the pictures of that. I'd be more than glad to
You do? Yeah, I'd like to see those.
But but I got a good friend of mine that works at Wright Patterson Airforce Base. He's retired now. He was a colonel there. And I contacted him and I sent the pictures to him. 2 days later, I had 2 people in military come to my home.
Really?
Wanted to go through everything with me, the pictures and the whole 9 yards. And they said they would get back with me. To this day, I've not heard from them.
And what year did that happen when the 2 military people came to your house?
That was this February this year.
So, the Pentagon has a group that's investigating UFOs, right?
Right.
So your friend, a former retired colonel at Wright Patterson,
Correct.
did he get in touch with these 2 people to come to your house?
He told me he was taking it to the division that was over the UFO thing. And
Yeah, because there's a division now because of the Pentagon having the UFO group. So now, your friend that's was formerly a colonel in the Wright Patterson area, did he have any security clearance?
Yes.
He did. And over the period of time you've known him as a friend, has he ever divulged anything? I mean, I know a lot about Wright Patterson, that it's a multi-level facility, and there are definitely in that facility underground they do have ETs that are kept in captivity there against their will. What did he tell you regarding what he knows being a colonel with that security clearance?
His thing to me, I've known him for 25 years, and I have been out Wright Pat in Area B, and I've been to over by Hangar 18. Okay, which is closed off. You have to have a special clearance to go into that area.
Right.
And I couldn't go in there, but through the years I've talked with him, and he's not, until he retired 2 years ago, he really hasn't said, he didn't say a lot, but he told me a lot of things that you hear or you see on TV about Area 51 and transport of things. He said, I will tell you, yes, we are not alone.
Right. And Wright Patterson is a very interesting place because over the years, since the 50s, that when there's been crashed spaceship or flying saucers, they've been taken to Wright Patterson. If there are any space people or beings that have been or even if the spaceships were captured, very rarely, but if they were captured by the military, they were taken to Wright Patterson. And like I said, there are beings that are in captivity that are being kept against their will at Wright Patterson right now as we speak, and that's been going on for a very long, for actually decades.
And my friend he didn't really go into elaborate with that. He was over the program, but he was
Hangar 18.
He was a development person, engineer that was in the what do you call it? Think of it here in just a second. Avionics, where the radar systems that are put in the nose.
Oh yeah, the radar systems.
Yeah, he was big cheese over all that. Okay. So, but it was really interesting because when I sent him the pictures, he called me immediately. He said, "You really paid any attention to the pictures?" And I said, "No, not really." He said, "You really need to zoom them up." He said, "You'll see in the tree line there, the solid mass in the middle. You can't see the trees through that, but there's an outer ring as though like it's a shield that's clear that you see the tree line through, but you can't, like it's a protection over the ships." There was 2 of them, and I took about 6 pictures, and all of a sudden, straight up, I mean, and within a blink of an eye, they were gone. It was
But you got the pictures though, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I want to see those. I want to see those photos. I definitely do. I'd love to review them.
Yep, I would like to send them to you. I've not really said a whole lot. A few of my friends, close friends, I do it. But another thing I was going to tell you, going back to when I was a kid, what I seen on the top of our house. I went to the movie cinemas. I think the movie was called Contact. Met with Mel Gibson.
Oh,
Do you remember?
Contact, the movie Contact, that was with Jodie Foster.
Yeah, it's not Jodie Foster. It's the one that had Mel Gibson. Where the
I didn't see that one. I didn't know there was one with Mel Gibson. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's been out a real long time.
Really?
Anyway,
Now you got me. I have to take a look. But go ahead.
yeah, you just pull up. In fact, if I could find him here, I can tell you myself what the name of the movie is. Anyhow, I went to the movie cinemas to watch it, and I literally come out of my chair, and I had to leave. I told the girl.
Are you talking about the movie Signs, where the crop circles?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's
yes,
it's not Contact. Jodie Foster did Contact. Mel Gibson did Signs.
Yeah, Signs.
Yeah.
In the movie Signs, you remember the alien that picked up his boy and was going to try to breathe into him, put the things in his nostril. The alien that they seen that was actually in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. What I seen on the roof of my house was literally identical to that type of person or creature.
Really?
Yes.
So you had an ET, because there aren't any aliens, but you had a extraterrestrial being on top of your house?
Yes, when I was 8 years old, back when I was telling you about what happened in the farm when I was a kid.
Yeah, when you were a kid. And and how tall was the ET that was on top of your house?
Of course, I was 8 years old then. It was about as tall as I was. I guess maybe 5'4", 5'5", something like that.
All right, not really tall, but yeah. So he looked similar to the one in the movie version of Signs, correct?
Correct. It was a major resemblance, and it actually kind of creeped me, and I couldn't watch it no more. And I got up and I told my girl, "She what's going on?" I said, "I can't do this." And I told her later about when I was a kid and what I'd seen.
Wow. And what at 8 years old with this ET being on the roof? What happened? I mean, obviously you saw it, and it obviously must have seen you.
Yes, and when I jumped out of the bed, I was screaming. I ran downstairs at my mom and dad. I told them that there's a creature outside. My dad grabbed his gun and went out the door, was looking and didn't see nothing, and that was it. And then 2 days later was when my uncle found the two mutilated cows down in the field. And I keep up with Linda Howe. I'm sure you know who she is.
Oh, Linda Moulton Howe. I met her years ago when she first started out in Connecticut, and I was friends with her, and she was a very nice person. I remember back in the early days.
She, I've had contact with her and talked with her on 2 different occasions, and she recalls a time back. I guess she did a book on mutilations or something like that, but she remembers that incident in Ohio where the cattle was found up there. She said, I didn't actually go out and investigate it myself, but yes, I do. I've got some stuff on that from people that made sure I had it. And she said, wow. She said, you're the one that lived there? And I said, yes, I lived there. That's where we lived. And we moved within weeks. We did not stay there.
No, you obviously that was not a good thing, that was happening. Well, I know we're getting into like 7 after 10. I'll be on tonight with my big show for 2 hours at 11 o'clock tonight. And I appreciate, and I just want to say something. This is the strangest thing. And Mixter will probably attest to this. Did I press the invite button on you?
Yes.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Okay, because I actually didn't do that. What happened is you came up automatically, like I was looking.
Right.
And you just came up. So I think the Ashtar Command invited you on here to tell a story because you had a story to tell. So this has happened on my show before when people say, oh, the commander invited me up. I'm sitting here. I got my hands right here away from the phone. Right. So, I'm glad you came up. I had no idea. But it turned out that it's what?
I travel a lot. I used to travel a lot, but I travel Florida, and I'm over here. I go to Cape Canaveral all the time.
Okay.
I see all kinds of things in the air.
Wow.
And I got a pair of binoculars, and sometimes I'll look. I can see Skylab Any good
Yeah.
it's clear, but you'd be surprised what you'll see up in the sky 12, 1 o'clock in the morning if you got a good pair of binoculars.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now we use RC5 group, Minster. We use that's coming September 14th. We have night vision equipment, so we see cloaked spaceships with the night vision, which the human eye can see, and also we see ships that will uncloak and appear during our events. So hey, I want to thank you for being here, man. I wish we had more time, but I appreciate all the stories. You're welcome to come on nighttime if you have anything that happens, any encounters or visitations. You're most welcome to come on here. We'll bring you up.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you for your story. And we're going to say, bring the minister down off the ship. We're coming up to 10:09 p.m. AM. Why do I keep saying p.m.? I'm on at night so much, I think everything's in the p.m., but I know it's morning. Great story. Yep. And we're going to start winding down here. Excuse me. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We're going to be on tonight at 11 with our big show. With our big show, we usually have 250 or 300 people on, so watching it from all over the place. Kenny Nash, everybody out there, take care. So Lord Watson, anyone just coming in here, hey, Breakfast Club, join us tonight at 11 for the number one spiritual Hayfield Cap UFO talk show on social media, and that's Encounters. Thank you for the gifting. We appreciate it. We'll be on tonight, and we'll catch you all later. Take care, everybody. Peace, love, and light. Be well.